Hello and thank you for joining us for 7 minutes of good news. We have a lot of great content for you today, including interviews, DIYs, announcements, and some great testimonies on what God is doing. So stick around to the end. I'm your host, Kevin Forsyth, and now let's talk about what's going on. Isn't it amazing how we all just evolve over time? Yes, I said evolve, not dissolve. It seems like everything that was in the 70s is making a serious comeback. Here's an image of fashion in 1970 versus fashion in 2020. Now, 50 years went by and hardly anything changed. The good news is, youth, there's no need to purchase new clothing. Your parents' high school clothes will look groovy on you. Recently, CC was blessed with a couple to take on the role of becoming our assistant youth leaders, Owen and Janae Crawford. We're going to take the next couple moments to ask them a few questions, so it's my pleasure to introduce Owen and Janae to the studio. How are you guys?
Doing well. Yeah, we're hanging in there. Yeah.
Welcome to our studio.
It's a lot bigger than actually I thought it was going to be be honest with you.
I thought you guys did this in like a closet.
Yeah, me too.
Well, this feels like a closet.
Yeah.
Well, we have plans on making this like a full studio in season 2. So just stay tuned, you guys.
Cool.
Stay tuned, everybody. Okay, so I know you guys are now assistant youth leaders, which is awesome. How do you guys like it?
It's been a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun.
A lot of learning.
Yeah, definitely learning like how to connect with like the youth of today, being that like we're not that old, so we have like a little bit better of an idea than you would imagine, but it's definitely been like a learning curve for sure.
I think for me it was the opposite though. Like I thought I was younger than I was, and this has made me like, oh, I'm a little old now.
So do you guys plan on making like a trip or something once this all kind of clears up?
So it's hilarious that you asked that, because right before this all went down, we had a snow trip planned to go up to Tahoe together.
I actually remember seeing that. I think on your guys' Instagram.
On the on like the 26th, then all this started to happen.
All of the sleds are still in the back of our car.
Yeah.
Like literally right before lockdown, we went to Play It Again Sports, and they were having a 50% off sale.
Yeah.
So we bought all of their sleds.
Well, you guys love snowboarding, right?
Yeah. Well, I snowboard. She skis.
Oh.
Get it straight.
Oh.
There is a divide in this household, let me tell you.
Honestly, that was the hardest part of us dating, was that difference.
What was your guys' Instagram again?
Real CAC.
Real CAC.
Go follow them at Real
CAC
Youth.
Yes.
Let's try that
I'll
again.
put the...
Ask that again.
What's the Instagram again for...
It's going to be Real CAC Youth.
All right, it is right here at the pop-up. You don't see it here, but you're going to see it on the screen. I heard you guys got a new puppy. Roger, is that right?
You mean
Roger there.
Roger.
Look how adorable he is. How floppy those ears are.
Yeah.
Yes, we did get a new puppy. We got him back in November, the beginning of November.
First anniversary.
Yeah, it was our first anniversary, kind of our gift to each other.
Cool. Well, thank you so much, Owen, Janae. The assistant youth leaders, they are awesome. I'm excited for what God has for you guys, for Real, and for the church.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time on the show.
See ya.
Thanks.
All right, so today's DIY is brought to you by our very own Stunning Misadventures. They are going to show us how to make homemade disinfectant wipes. It's very difficult to find any wipes, gloves, hand sanitizer, or really any type of disinfectant these days, so I hope this DIY helps you and your family stay safe. Enjoy. you enjoyed this simple yet very effective DIY, you can follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, or all the above. All right, so for today's bread of the day, I want to reflect on what God is doing in this time that we live in right now. In the midst of all the major events, all the fear, all the confusion, all the disconnect, God is still faithful and God is still our provider. We've had many reports of prayer requests being answered, individuals wanting to be baptized, and more viewers on our live stream and followers on all of our social media account. God is reaching the hungry. Whether it feels like He is or not, He is reaching the hungry. Romans chapter 10, verse 13 states, "For whoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved." God is willing to touch your life today. Wherever you are, wherever you may be during this lockdown right now. I know it's tough, but God is willing to touch your life if you call out and call His name. God is doing great things in the day that we live in right now. It's really exciting to live in the time we do within the church. And I'm excited for many more miracles to happen during this time. That's all for today. Tune in next week for your 7 minutes of good news. I'm your host, Kevin Forsyth, and we are KCAC. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it made your day just a little bit brighter. If it did, please leave a comment, give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't yet, join the community by hitting the subscribe and notification buttons. For more good news, I recommend following us on Instagram at KCAC_news. We post new content each week. Thanks again for watching.